3324 podcast, where lifelong friends Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber share their love of all things music and movies. Dean has directed short films and is a music trivia buff. And Eric, trained in audio engineering, brings his extensive knowledge of music and film to the conversation as they discuss, debate, and celebrate their favorite albums, films, and much more.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm adjusting the light. It's too bright.
It's too bright? Too hot?
Yeah.
Is it hot in your apartment right now?
No, it was cold up here today.
Really?
Yes, in New York. I went to welcome everybody to the 3324 pod. We're just continuing like our conversation from before we started. We're welcome everybody to our. It's been a minute, like they say, since we've gone live, but we're back. No, I went to the Yankee game. My brother got tickets to the Yankee game today, so we went to the Yankee game.
Fantastic.
And it was like misting out. You know, when it's like misting, and it actually got colder as the day went on. By the time we're ready to leave the game, I'm like, I'm freezing here.
Mr.
Like,
Grady, hello.
Like we got, it's like it was cold.
87 here today.
No, we didn't get that.
87 here. I'm dying in this room right now. It is hot in this room. Yeah.
Sean, welcome aboard.
Mr. Grady.
Sean Grady, potentially leaving the 3324 podcast nest. Told me. He's getting offers to be on other podcasts now.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at that. He's
okay.
Well, you gotta let the bird fly away.
Well, hey, you know what? As long as he comes back every now and again.
The impression I got from him was he was like, look at this back as it's leaving.
He's like, no way.
He's signing a lucrative deal.
Is that no way meaning you're not coming back?
Never coming back. No way.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? Welcome aboard.
Hello.
To this April edition of the 3324 podcast. We went dry in March for some reason. Crazy month. There's just a lot going on. There's nothing going on, but there's a lot going on in a weird way.
Of course. Yeah. And spring is here. Spring
Eric,
is in the air.
Eric, when did you get that shirt?
When did I get?
When did you get that shirt, Eric? You're in trouble now.
Oh, I know.
He's in the jailhouse now.
I got it a while ago. We'll
kind of looks like Charlie Brown.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Well, doesn't Eric has got the Charlie Brown hair too.
That's what I was going for.
Sean said he's definitely coming back to us. We thank you, Sean. On hands and knees, we grovel to you to come back. Come back. Don't ever leave us.
I like it. I like it too, Kelly.
Yes, she does like it. So we're gonna. We actually didn't have any specific thing planned, but we ended up coming up with something which is going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to share that in a little while. But yeah, first and foremost, we were just talking about Sean was invited. He ghosted us. He didn't respond. We went to go see Goodfellas last night on the 30. Oh, I'm here now.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Mr. Grady.
We went to go see Goodfellas last night at the Alamo Draft House. It was a 35 millimeter print. Hello, Beth. How are you? And it was really great. It was a great. I haven't been to the movies in a while as well. Elizabeth Berg. All the Elizabeths are coming in at the same time in alphabetical order. And it was a great. It's always great. Because I'm kind of apathetic with new films. I'm like, it's like, because it's on streaming and it'll be in the theaters for a week or two to say it was a theatrical release, and then it goes.
And sometimes you don't even know it.
Yeah, right? So I get more jazzed about these older films that I missed in the theater or want to revisit again because it's like that, it's like that comfort food, And
that's what Alamo is great for.
That's what Alamo is great for.
I wish I had one here. There is one about 40 minutes away. But
I'm like 35 minutes away from it, so
it might be worth the trip, depending on it.
But
but it seems like it seems like though all the best films are shown during the week. I can't do that. I can't go on a weekday. I can, so I wouldn't have made it to Goodfellas even if I was ready.
Okay. That's the same. There's no comfort food there. The food was kind of crap. Would not have made the Goodfellas even if I was ready to forgive the Alamo. Been a bit late. Oh, sorry to hear that. I guess the food portion of the Alamo was not what it used to be, but they still bring those great films. So that's the key there.
We had a theater down in Tampa. It was privately owned. It was called the Tampa Picture Show. Pitcher spelled like beer pitcher, and it was the same kind of thing. And the Alamo is a chain, but this was a private. And it was, I think, before the Alamo was a thing. So but the thing of it was they would show slightly older movies. Every once in a while, you might see something like the Rocky Horror Picture Show or, that kind of thing. But, current films too. So you didn't have to go to like the multiplexes to see if you wanted that experience of sitting in a old kind of theater and, but then you had the waiters coming out and giving you food. So
I mean, the Alamo does that. They have the new as well. A lot of these theaters are getting in on some of those playing those older films. Well, look who sidled up to the bar. Howdy, gents.
Mr. Cremines. Hello, sir.
How are you?
It's been a while.
We have been missing you. In all honesty, in all candor, we miss you. We hope you. I'm sure you've been busy, Mr. Joe. How are you? I made it back, Joe. The new rules for the baseball game make it possible to have a game in 2.5 hours. The new rules for baseball, they put this year they implemented new rules in baseball games, Major League Baseball games, because they take too long. The batter, he's adjusting his glove 15 times. He's kicking the dirt. He's got to get ready. The pitcher's got to do this and that and the other thing. Like, it's taking too long. Now there's a clock. As soon as the pitcher gets the ball, me too. So Joe's saying, I can't decide if I love it or hate it yet. So as soon as the pitcher gets the ball, he's got 15 seconds.
Okay.
So that means the batter's got to be ready to rock and roll. So it speeds up the game, right? There's none of this pussyfooting around. As if there's a runner on base, the pitcher gets 20 seconds. And then when the inning's up, which, I mean, now that's like fast. My brother who got the tickets was sitting next to you. I'm like, it seems like, not that there were a sports show, but maybe Joe can add to this. It seems to me that it might tire out the pitchers a little more because they're being forced to get the ball back. And a lot of that time, I don't know if it's spent with them just kind of recovering, but they have to get the ball back and they got to throw it again. They got to get the ball back. And if it's not a foul or something, let's just assume it's a ball and strike type thing. They're getting the ball back and they have to throw it back pretty quick.
As if a ball game isn't long enough, right?
Well, this makes it short. Well, that's the thing. Okay. This really makes it tight. I mean, the ball, like, we were an hour in and it was like, like 6 innings were done or something like that. It was like really like quick. So yeah, I'm not sure. And the manager's only allowed to go out to the mound a certain amount of times. Otherwise they get docked for it. So they're trying to kind of move this thing along so it doesn't take like 4 hours for a game.
See,
I don't want to be in the stadium for 4 hours.
I'm so out of the loop on this stuff. I'm not keeping it up with this.
I'm not a bit. I don't go to a lot of games, but and I would think they would want the games to go on longer because then you're going to get more concessions, right? More beer sales. So Joe is saying, so far it seems to be working to the pitcher's advantage. A lot of strikeouts in the first 5 games league wide. Yeah, there were a decent amount of strikeouts today as well. So I guess, I thought it was just going to gas out the pitchers quicker though, because they just have to kind of recover faster and just whale another ball out there, So we'll see. That's our sports corner for this episode. So let me get the wheel of names going because we've got quite a few people here tonight, and we're going to be giving something away. So of course we've got to, kind of show that as well. But let's see. We've got Sean was in here first, then Kelly, then Beth,
Elizabeth
Berg.
Mr. Cremines.
Andy came sidling in to the bar. Andy, and then Joe. Joe has to stay if he's going to win anything, though. He can't just come and win and leave.
Like Dwight.
What's up with that man? What's up with that man?
We might have to. We might have to change the name of the wheel.
No, never.
If he's not going to stick around, I don't know.
That's okay. He's got it. In my opinion, he's got it in perpetuity.
Okay.
Forever and ever, amen. He shall have it. All right. So what are we going to give away tonight? Well, because because summer is here, right? I mean, the warm weather is
well, spring is here.
Coming, right?
I don't know about summer. Felt like summer today, but
it's on its way, right?
Yeah,
it's supposedly coming. So I figured nothing better to do than to give away a couple of can koozies, right?
Oh, look at that.
So we'll be giving away one each of the 3324 podcast can koozie or cooler, whatever you want to call it. And you know what? If you drink beer, you can put a beer in it. If you're not a beer drinker, you put your soda in it or seltzer or whatever. Standard can size this is, so it's not going to fit your White Claw. Will not fit.
Right. Okay.
You know,
yeah. All the hard seltzers, which are the skinny tall boy
thin cans. We don't have the thin. We don't have the thin can.
Yeah.
Thing going.
Maybe
on,
we need to get on that.
A standard can koozie. So we'll be giving away a couple of those. Of course, 3324 branded, and then down at the bottom, if you look at the crawl, we don't have a sponsor, but we do have a partner that we're working with, which is BlendJet. And I have to go get it.
Okay.
I can't talk about it and not show that I have one. I bought one on my own.
You might be able to squeeze that bottle of tequila in there, Andy. Yeah. We'll make it fit. Spring is here. Andy, we need to do, we need to start talking to you about Metallica.
Does it hold a 750 milliliter bottle of tequila? It does not, but it'll get you there. So what is BlendJet? This is our little advertisement thing. BlendJet is a portable blender. This is actually BlendJet 2, and I was actually interested in BlendJet 1 when it came out like over a year ago. And to be honest, BlendJet 1 got such horrible reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't chop anything. They really couldn't, you know. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. He's called Freakin' Reviews, and he reviews like all as seen on TV stuff and kind of stuff like that. And then he reviewed BlendJet 2, and he loved it. And then we were approached by BlendJet. Mm-hmm. And I go through those phases where I want to make smoothies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll buy all the materials, but honestly, it's cleaning up, getting this giant blender out and cleaning up the blender is like a pain in the neck. With this, I make it right in here and I drink it from here. And if I want to blend it up again, I want to whip it up again, I just kind of, hit the button and it blends for 15 seconds and it'll blend it back up again. Or if you want to go to the beach and you want to make adult drinks, take it to the beach and make your margaritas.
Well, there you go.
Ice. It does everything really well. And I bought this myself, so they did not pay me to do this because I wanted to get back into using it to making smoothies. And then you just put a drop of dish detergent in here, fill it with water, and run the cycle, and the thing cleans itself, and then you're done. And that was the thing with the blender. You got to take the thing apart, take the blade out, clean everything up. It got all over.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is really good, and I really recommend it. And I really do use it. So at the bottom, if you use code 332412 at blendjet.com, you'll save 12% on it. Plus, you get free 2-day shipping, so which is really nice. So it does not hold a 750 milliliter bottle of tequila, but you could start filling it with it and then adding other things to it and making, I was going to do that tonight. I was going to make like a mudslide, but then I'm like, I don't have enough. I'd end up spilling it and then to get it on the computer, and then it would just be. Then the feed would be like
that would be a mess. Yeah,
it would be absolutely.
And we got some new stuff in the store, don't we? Some new items. I think I saw a few new items. In the shop.
I'm rotating some stuff around. So some stuff that I'm pulling some stuff out, and then I'll have some new stuff coming. So we'll be updating the store as well. But if you pick up a BlendJet, it does go to support the show. It does help us out, helps us keep the lights on. And then anything you get from the store as well, retrolifegifts.etsy.com. That helps support us too. We're an enterprising business with just two young men trying to make their way in the world.
Indeed,
right? Kind of like the Mandalorian or Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, don't get me started on Mando.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk. We haven't talked about Mandalorian, and we won't do it here, but maybe we'll do it somewhere. So anyway, spring is sprung, and I thought I sent Eric an idea this morning, and I think it would be fun for us to and if you join us, put your name in the chat if you're passing by. Hello, welcome aboard. We're going to throw some would you rather questions your way. I think it's a fun discussion because some of them, we're not going to get too intense. Would you rather shoot 3 people or knife one, or it's not going to be like that type.
Where's your mind tonight?
What? That's how that stuff. Some of those questions really go there.
Yeah.
So we're not going to put you to that kind of stuff, but we're gonna do some would you rather's, and I think it'll be a fun way. Here's Ray. Welcome aboard, Mr. Ray Fry.
Ray, how are you, sir? Yeah.
Let me put him on the wheel of names because he is eligible.
He's over there now.
The Dwight Burke Wheel of Names, named
speak of the devil. Look at that. Hello,
and there
hello.
He is. We mentioned Dwight and his Wheel of Names, and he shows up. It's like Beetlejuice. He
pops up.
That's it. We mentioned the Wheel of Names, and Dwight shows up.
Dwight's like
How are you, Dwight?
He's like Newman on Seinfeld. He's sitting in the dark and he's waiting for us to say his name,
and then he comes up,
and then he shows up.
Hello, 3324 podcast. So I thought it would be fun for us to do some would you rather, and if you're not familiar with what would you rather is, it's basically a question that asks this or that, if you could have this or you could have that, or would you rather, do this or that type of thing. And some of them are fun, some of them are silly, and some of them are a little more serious. So, Eric's hopefully got the same web page up, or he's got his phone up.
Yep. I do. And
I've got it too. So like I said, we're going to keep it kind of fun, but put your answers in the chat and we'll also give our answers too. So the one I chose, this is the first would you rather.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it, Eric. Would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never to be able to go out at night? In the chat, would you rather to never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out at night? Cadbury eggs or Peeps? Which one? So you can never go out during the day, so you can't go out until like probably 6 p.m. every day, and you'd have to be home by probably 5 a.m. Or you're out the door at 5 a.m. and you got to be home by 6. You can't.
Kelly says out in the day. I'm inclined to agree with Kelly on that one. Yeah, because
Joe would say he would rather never be able to go out at night. He prefers the day. Kelly prefers to be out in the day as well.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
You need that vitamin D, man. You got to get that sun.
You do, but there's something peaceful about nighttime.
I agree, but you could enjoy the evening at home too, I think.
Ray, no noche.
No.
Andrew, out in the day, everyone's like dissing the night, and I'm kind of like, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I'm just kind of thinking, well,
we're getting old too. Don't forget, we're getting old, so we don't go out. We go to bed at like, 10 o'clock at night.
So you're not missing anything anyway.
We're not missing anything. No.
I'm saying be able to go out at night as well.
Oh, Kelly says no. I meant I would rather not be out in the day. Okay.
See,
Miss Sun Lover. Okay.
She said out. Oh, out. Never go out in the day. Yeah, that's what she meant. Yeah, I would rather not be out in the day. She'd rather be out at night.
Mrs. Sunshine. One. Yeah. Okay.
That's interesting. Everybody.
It is interesting. We'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah. And you're saying the day. You're saying you'd rather be out in the day.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Ray.
Never see a.
But sit out on your porch. Enjoy the evening.
Summer night though, nice breeze. See, that's the thing. Stars are out. The moon. Never seeing the moon.
No, when you say go moon? Out though, do you mean just step outside, or you
can never leave? You can never be outside.
Go out on the town, and enjoy.
Just no. In your life, you cannot be out at night.
Okay.
You can only be out in the day, or you
can't step outside your door.
No.
And just sit on your porch and enjoy the cool breeze. No. Is that what you're saying?
I can still do the beach. I can hit up the matinee screenings at the movies, hit an early happy hour, and Netflix at night in my drawers. There you go. Joe won. Joe made the case. Joe successfully made the case for you could do all the things you could do at night during the day, and then at night you could still do night things in Netflix.
You're right, Andy. Nothing really good ever happens after 11 p.m. anyway.
Too much. Indeed. Oh, Kelly's saying too much work happens in the day. I feel like night is fun. Well, there you go. See, she's looking at it pragmatically of,
Okay. True.
So actually, to that point, if she could never go out during the day, she would be working from home. Because she could never go out in the day. So that means she could never travel to a job. She would have to work from home. And then at night she can go wherever she wants.
But she does work from home.
Well, I'm just saying, in this scenario, if someone were to choose that, they could never leave.
Okay.
So you're saying which I do.
Okay.
You got one? What do you got? Give us a good would you rather.
Here's a good one. And this is one that it's probably on the list somewhere, but
well, I hope it's from the list I gave you.
It's one that would you rather live without music or film?
Okay, so he's going off the reservation.
I'm going off the cuff.
Okay. Find the list, man. I sent you the link.
I got the list in front of me, but that was the first thing I thought.
So what was it? So what was it? Say it again.
Would you rather live without music or film? Which one could you live without?
That's easy. That's easy. Chat, what is it going to be? This is just kill me.
Without film, music is life. That's Andy. Just kill me. What is that?
Just kill me. And oddly enough, he's quoting a film. He's quoting The Departed, right?
Yeah.
He's quoting Matt Damon at the end. Just kill me. Just fucking kill me. I'd say music because
excellent point, Kelly. Yes. That's
wait.
Okay.
I'd say music because movies have. So what you're Kelly's saying? She'd be able.
She could live without movies, or
music and movies and TVs anyway. Sean is saying he cannot go without film, right? He's going to give up music.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that means. Does that mean the songs will be blanked out? No, that means you're never watching film. It's not like you're watching a film without the music. It's you're never watching a film again.
That's right. You can't
have no access to
film or TV.
That's it.
Or
they don't exist in almost like No Way Home. Like Peter Parker doesn't exist. Like
there's no visual medium whatsoever.
Yeah.
Joe
would give up music.
Strictly music.
Wow. I know this was a tough choice for Joe because he's very much got a foot in both. Beth would give up film. I would give up film too. I don't think I could live without listening to music because music you can. I guess I just write these backwards. So no, then she meant she would give up film. Yeah, I couldn't live without. And I'll make the case for music is music you can take anywhere. But film, you have to sit down. You have to give up 2 hours of your life. I can be entertained and stimulated in my car when I'm out. I can be listening to music anywhere. With film, you got to kind of be. You have to kind of be somewhere.
Agreed. You gotta engage. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to set that time. And so Andy's saying I'm at a point where if I was told I would never see a new movie again, I'd be okay. Me too.
Yeah.
If someone said no music ever again, I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
If someone said no music ever again, I'd crawl up in a ball. I fall on that side.
Film is very, very important to me, but I would have to agree with the music side of it because with music you can envision something anyway. You can make up your own stuff in your head.
Wow, Ray, you thought I'd be the opposite? You thought I would? No, I'd kick film to the curb over music. Absolutely.
I wouldn't go that. I mean, it would be very hard for me.
Kelly says that's a good point. You're tied to an object, right? When you and there you go. Music evokes memory. Films do too. Films can
it does. Yeah,
films you can connect to a film. You can connect scenes in films to personal experiences and live vicariously through those. You can live vicariously if watching Indiana Jones. You can have adventures that you couldn't you couldn't conceive of yourself. Right, in Star Wars, you can go to other galaxies and have adventures. Mm-hmm. So there's points to be made for both. Music, I think, is more internally though. Right, music it's going into your ears and it's going into your mind and you're processing it.
Yeah, well,
and with film you're processing it another way too. But I think it's because it's lacking a visual element to it. Mm-hmm. I think you're going to engage. You're going to tie yourself to it more. Right. And that's what I'm saying.
So
and Ray's like, yeah, wow. See, that's like he's like a Keanu Reeves moment. He's like, whoa.
So attached to that question, it would be: Would you rather lose your hearing or your eyesight?
Well, see, we weren't going to go there. That's the morbid stuff, man.
Well, it's tied to the movie music thing. So
then everybody would rather be blind.
Yeah.
Anybody that said music would rather hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be it. And Sean says we are likely introduced to music first. before film, probably, right? Because again, all that stuff is everything when you're young is very auditory, right? Audio based, hearing your parents, hearing things and seeing is.
I think your imagination is opened up with music.
Yeah,
too.
you're laying in a crib, so there might be music playing, and of
Right.
course you're going to be exposed to that,
right?
To that first. So yeah, that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
But
I will
went right off.
I will pick off the list from here on in.
He just blew to. There's 200. Let me put it out there. There's 250 questions in this list, and he could not find one that he wanted to ask first.
Well, I felt like that was the way to kick it off, right? Being that's the main thing we talk about is music and film. So, all right.
Okay, so let me get one.
Yep.
Let's see.
Some of these are priceless.
Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather be the absolute best at something that no one takes seriously, or be average at something that's well respected?
That's a good one.
So would you rather be the absolute best, the tops at something that nobody takes seriously, or be average at something that's well respected? That's going to go towards that's going to speak to passion.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be, do you care that no one... So Beth is saying she'd rather be the best at something that nobody takes seriously. Ray is saying, I'd rather be average at something that everybody knows about. Andy's saying, what would being average at something get you? It depends. If you're an average millionaire, you're in pretty good shape, right? Average and something respected. Average and something respected, because I like being in the middle of the pack anyway. So there you go. See, so Kelly's just like, yeah, I'm happy there. I'm good there. That's my comfort zone. Sean is saying being the best. And Joe is saying being the best. Eric, what about you?
Well, this probably
is easy for me. This is another easy one.
I am average, but I would rather be best at something that nobody.
So you'd rather be the best at something that nobody takes seriously.
Yeah.
Me as well.
Yeah.
I would be proud of that. I wouldn't care that I was the best at something that nobody took seriously, but I was the best at it. I would. For me, that was self-worth thing for me.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, you said that. You pretty much said it's all about passion, right? So if you're passionate about something, then it's really not. It's something worth everything to you, and that's is that. But it all depends on what it is. I mean, if you're working, you're a cop or you're a fireman or something, and you're not the best fireman or the best cop, but you're doing something to save people's lives and that kind of thing. I could see being average at something that it is worth.
Yeah, and you're still making a contribution.
Making a contribution to something worth a damn. Yeah, So I guess it all depends.
Always impressed with people that are amazing at something, even if it's ridiculous, right? Yeah, we all have, we all have those weird talents that people, I'm really good at, I can make a knot with the cherry stem in my mouth, or whatever, I don't think that's what this question is, but it kind of speaks to that. And it speaks to, there's nothing wrong with being average at something that's well respected, right? If you're a doctor or a surgeon, that's well respected, and to be average there's nothing wrong with that. Like you're in that a group of colleagues, that are held in high regard.
I would rather be. I wouldn't want to be head of the pack or strive to be better.
So are you changing?
Better than like my fellow colleagues at something that is saving lives, or there's something to be said there. But that's that. But it speaks to what it is.
Yeah, that's something that no one takes seriously. So it would be like the best at. But
But we all want to be. We all want to be the best at something.
A sandwich in 10 seconds flat, and and no one's going to make a sandwich faster than me.
We all want to be the best at something, though. I think we all have it in us to be wanting to do something silly.
Average Joe millionaire. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So yeah. That
was
a good one. Yeah, it was a very good one.
All right. What do you got?
All right.
This is fun, right? See, this is fun. We can do this a couple of times a year too. These scenarios to run through.
Okay. Let's see. Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power?
Ooh, unlimited power. we needed the emperor for that one. Universal respect.
Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power?
And you can't have one. You can't have one to get the other.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't use my universal respect to parlay that into unlimited.
No.
Right. No.
Otherwise,
right?
the question is moot. Right. I mean,
See, Ray is saying define power. When he asked that question, I tend to think of it on a global aspect. Like if you were the ruler of something, right? Like if you were like the emperor, right? Unlimited power. You have all that, but no one respects the emperor, right? There's what he stands for. So it's kind of like,
right.
Yeah, you're going to have whatever it is, or you could be the head of a company. If you're a CEO, you have unlimited power. But not respected, and everyone thinks you're a joke.
Mm-hmm. If it was something
Andrew's saying if it was something like curing diseases or something, I would want absolute power. But then so aside from that, respect. So Andrew's saying, but aside from that, he'd have the respect. Ray would take the respect as well. The inference. Right, because from what Andy said, if it was something like curing diseases or something, I would want absolute power. The inference is that you wouldn't be respected for having the power. So if you were curing diseases, you wouldn't. Mm-hmm. The inference is that you wouldn't be going down that path. Now, if someone cured diseases, they would have infinite respect, but they wouldn't necessarily have power. Maybe they don't have power over grants and facilities and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
John. Respect is power. Power doesn't always garner respect. Winner. That's the winning answer. Respect is power, but power doesn't always garner respect.
Well said. Well said. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
I don't even know the answer to that question.
Let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Would you rather live in a treehouse or a cave? Would you rather live in a treehouse or a cave? Anybody that's joining us, we're playing Would You Rather. Put your name in the chat. Say hello. Stay a while. You might win a prize. And just put your name in the chat and just say hi to us. So yeah, would you rather be respected or feared? Right. That's what the power. That's the whole thing is the respect and the power thing is also infers fear.
True.
Treehouse.
Cave.
Treehouse. Treehouse for sure. Sean is saying treehouse. Kelly is saying treehouse.
Andy, is it forest fire season?
Well, that's what I was getting, Andy. That's what I was getting to. I was going to play devil's advocate. Is the treehouse can be hit by lightning? You could fall out of a tree.
And a treehouse can only be so big too. I would say, but
let's say it was unlimited. Let's say it was like Ewok Village, right?
Okay,
and it was or like Robin Hood, right? And it's all connected.
Yeah,
but you're still susceptible to falling out of the treehouse. It still could burn. It could get hit.
Hi, Nick.
Lightning.
Nick Leshney's just joined us. Hello, where is the treehouse? We're doing Would You Rather tonight, Nick.
Cold weather. I pick cave.
so yeah.
Mostly everybody is saying treehouse. Eric is saying cave. Nick
I'd say cave.
There's nothing about monsters in the cave.
Cave has monsters.
Let me tell you this.
Maybe in our minds we create the monsters.
Ray
or if you're claustrophobic. Well, but then again, in a treehouse you could be. And what if you lose your ladder?
Yeah,
for fear heights.
As much as a treehouse is cool, a cave you're more protected by the weather.
See, now we're back. Now we're back to the psyche aspect of this again. We're probing.
Of course. Well, let me say one.
We're diving deep yet again.
I want to say one thing to all the tree people, all the treehouse people. Termites. Termites. With a cave, I know someone's going, the cave could collapse. No, well, maybe it could. Not likely, because if it's a cave, it's been there. You're with a cave, you're protected on all sides, right? If someone's going to invade, they're not going to get you from behind. You can kind of fortify yourself.
Yep.
I think who said cave like the Leatherman? There you go, Joe. Cave like the Leatherman. Nice. I like the reference. As much as a treehouse is cool, you'd have more. Yeah, like there you go.
Sean,
cave equals bats and bears. Kelly's saying, get tented. Go get tented. Juliana asks, do we have Wi-Fi in the treehouse? Well, if you have Wi-Fi in the treehouse, then you have Wi-Fi in the cave. So if you're going to do one, one is not going to exclude the other. I'm going to go with the cave.
That's my answer too. And again, perhaps you can dig your way through, and the cave could go for miles and miles. And there
are caverns, right? There are cavernous.
Exactly. So, treehouse is finite. It's
very limited. It's finite either.
It's very limited space, unless you're like you say, you're living in the forest and
you live in darkness. Well, in the trees, you live in darkness too at night, right? You'd still need light. So Nick is saying cave for sure. So me, Eric, and Nick will start a tribe of cavemen, and Ray. We will live in a cave by the ocean. I want to live in the cave like Planet of the Apes. That was a cool cave. It had a ladder that went up, right?
That was a set.
Yeah, but that was a cave, and it was by the ocean. That to me, that's prime real estate. I want to be like the Planet of the Apes.
That was a rather cool. Yeah, I'd hang out in that thing. Elizabeth
Joe
Berg
says you won't find the Holy Grail in a treehouse, right? You'll find the last Templar knight in a cave. Right? You chose poorly.
Counterpoint: Elizabeth Berg, perpetual dampness and never feeling warm in the cave. Well, you build a fire. Right? You could
a little fire takes care of that.
I'm assuming that if you take the time to build a tree house, you could certainly modify a cave to suit your needs as well.
So I'd rather and you know what, Elizabeth just gave me the answer to the winning question. How are you going to keep yourself warm in a tree house? You're going to build a fire? You can build a fire in a tree house?
Yeah. Yeah, Nick.
When the rain is coming down, where's that? How are you gonna? Good luck building that fire. You're gonna burn the whole place down.
Termites. Yeah, there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more.
The treehouse equals no bueno. But to Andy's point, how can 5 million Wookiees be wrong on Kashyyyk? Yeah. Right, they're living the treehouse life.
True that.
And the Ewoks, right? The Ewoks also made quite a living, and they had fires as well. They had those little coconuts or whatever with the fire in it and stuff. So, see, Sean, you're part of the cave culture now.
Sean, damn it!
Welcome aboard. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. We're back. We took a month sabbatical for no apparent reason, but we're playing some fun games. We're doing some Would You Rather. Many of today's modern tree houses have heat and electricity. Then the cave has to have it. So if you're going to do one for the other, if you're going to do that one and get,
and that was my point before.
Then many modern caves have heat and electricity as well.
That's right.
We have to do apples for apples.
Yeah, but down here it's our time.
Here it's our time. Our time.
That's great, Joe. That's great.
All right, you got a question? What do you got?
All right. Here's a weird one. Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Oh, that's easy. Wait, let's do got to follow up. When I said, what would I be average as something get you? It sounded harsh. I just meant if Jeannie gave me a choice. No, absolutely. I would jump at average something. No, that's fine. We got you. What would being average as something get you? Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming at. Because and we padded that as well, Andy, by saying there are average things that people are doing are great, right? To be in the middle of the pack of something, prestigious, you're still in something prestigious. You know, someone's got to be at the bottom, someone's got to be at the top, someone's got to be at the middle. Goonies never say die. So I guess that's the cave. All right. Socks for a month.
Kelly says, Elizabeth Navarre says, I just threw up.
Bad question. This is an easy. Yeah, this is an easy one. I mean, I think socks are going to be the easy. I probably have worn socks for a month. In all candor, they were stiff and standing in the corner when I put them on the last day. But
yeah, I would go with socks.
It will punish others, but you're further away from your nose.
That's true. That's
socks.
True.
Socks. Yeah, I can't do the underwear thing.
I think you're more liable for some kind of infection too, like or you know, especially for you ladies out there.
Why are you asking this question? What the F?
I'm sorry, man. It was just there.
Yeah, socks.
Okay. Here's another one. Here's another good one. Well, but I'm not going to ask it.
Let's see.
Ooh, here's a good one.
Okay, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Would you rather you be the only one to be able to talk to your dog, or for your dog to be able to talk to you, and everyone else thinks you're nuts? Would you rather to only be able to talk to your dog, or for your dog to be able to talk to you, and everyone else thinks you're crazy?
Well, yeah, I mean, because if the dog talks to you, you'd be able to talk to your dog, right? Yeah. So you'd be able to have a conversation with your dog. Yeah, I would go with the dog talking to me.
And your dog is all. Like I say, would you? Okay, let me read it. They worded it weird. Would you rather you only be able to talk to your dog, or for your dog to be able to talk to only you, and everyone else thinks you're nuts?
I would love the dog to talk to me. I wouldn't care if people thought I was nuts. Because again, I could have a conversation with my dog. I can, and as to Kelly's point, I want to know what he's thinking. I would agree with that.
Just screw everybody else to talk. What is there's a famous quote by Bill Murray. If someone comes to near my dog, or comes to a dog, and the dog doesn't like them, I'm very suspicious of that person.
Yeah.
Want to know what he's thinking. Wants the dog to talk to me. I think it would be very interesting. It is a weird question, Nick, and that it's very strange. It's almost like, would you rather only be able to talk to your dog, or for your dog to be able to talk only to you, and everyone else thinks you're nuts? Meaning that the dog is you can understand what your dog is saying, but people think you're crazy. Right. So what they mean is like, so yeah, I'm talking to my dog. I'm saying, hey,
I wouldn't.
Do you really like watching TV? And the dog is saying, yeah, I actually like watching TV. And then I say to Eric, my dog actually likes watching TV. He told me. And you're like, you're nuts.
Okay.
Only if the dog talks like Morgan Freeman. And your owner is Andy. Andy.
Again, that's the caveat. That's the thing. The people
you're able to communicate.
Most people, I don't know. I wouldn't care. Okay, but yeah, people that I'm close to, maybe. I don't know.
So if you were able to understand that your dog was,
but then again, the people that I know who care or would probably be dog lovers anyway.
But they're going to think you're nuts, though. They're going to be like, you're not talking to your dog. You can't understand what your dog is saying, Eric. That's preposterous. The dog is barking and it's whining.
I wouldn't care.
No, you can't. No. Let me clarify. You can talk to anybody else on Earth. What they're saying is, would you rather be able to communicate with an animal?
I would.
And understand what it's saying and communicate with it, but everybody else think you're crazy and not believe you that you can. That's the question.
I would love to be able to communicate with an animal.
And they think you're not. So like, oh, that's Eric, the crazy dog guy. He thinks he can talk to dogs.
Okay.
Right? That's the way it would be.
That's the way it would be.
Yeah.
That's the way it would be. Yeah. I mean, what wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to be able to talk to your dog? Would you really care?
Everybody thinking like, oh, they're
you own. Like, well, no, you own 2 dogs though. Would you?
I did phrase it poorly. Wouldn't
you want to speak to your animal on a personal level?
I'm not sure. I'm not
sure.
They're
your kids, man.
How come you don't turn the fucking heat up? You're not giving me enough food. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to hear the complaints. When are you gonna make the fucking bed? Be careful what you wish for. You might get it.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, yeah, wouldn't you want to know? I mean, I would. I don't know.
I would go for it. It's a weird question, but I would.
It is a very weird, but that's the point of this game.
No, you're not barking at the dog. You're speaking to the dog, and they can understand you. And then however the dog communicates, you understand what that means, right? So if they're barking, they're saying, "Yeah, time for me to go out," or "I need to eat," or let's go sit down, or
yeah.
So Elizabeth's saying, "Yeah, people already left because I talked to my cats." So so you might as well understand what they're thinking. You may as well get the other part of it out. There you go. That's the answer. People already left because we already talked to our pets, right?
True.
Even when we know they don't understand us, we talk to them. So you might as well. And people think you're crazy for doing that anyway, right?
Yeah.
You treat it like it's a kid. You talk to it like it's a kid. You call it your kid.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So, that's kind of normal anyway.
So wouldn't you want to know, even further?
No, it's a two-way conversation, Nick. So you can understand them and they can understand you, but everybody else thinks you're nuts. You can't prove this. And they're like, Nick, you're crazy. You're what do you mean you talk to your dog and you know what he's saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're crazy. Oh, I'll prove it to you. He just said, okay, well, how are you going to like that's, like you wouldn't be able to prove it. Oh, he just said he wants to go out. Oh, okay. Is that what that meant?
If I were put on, we're talking, we're, going to be put on trial. Am I going to get committed? I mean, that's pretty extreme, but if like I wouldn't,
you take it.
I don't have to tell people that I'm talking to my dog either, so, I mean, it all.
Well, I think it would. You know what? I don't think anybody would be able to hide it. If you knew that you could understand your dog, I would tell people. Like, believe it or not, I could talk to my dog.
Well, don't people do that anyway? Though people do that anyway. They'll say, "Yeah, my dog. I know he's totally thinking understand. That." Yeah. So it's a good one.
We try. Yeah, it's a good one. Let's just take a moment while Eric gets the next question ready.
Yep.
We are giving away a couple of prizes tonight. They're the same ones. Let me get it set. There we go. Tonight we'll be spinning the wheel of names, and we'll be giving away 2 of the 3324 podcast can koozies, getting you ready for the warm weather. You're out at a barbecue. You know what? Sling this out when you go to a barbecue and pop your can into it and be like, what the heck is that? And you can advocate for us and say how great it is. So we'll be giving away a couple of those can koozies. Sean is saying, love that Far Side comic with 2 frames juxtaposed with what the owner is saying, what the dog, and then what the dog actually hears. Absolutely. I think it would clarify. It would be interesting to find out what animals or how animals think as well. I think there's something to that, to having that insight. People would think you're insane, like Dr. Doolittle or something, right? But anyway, next question. I know it was a little convoluted, but it was a good one.
Yeah, well, this one's going to be, would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life? So if you had the ability to pause your life, put it on hold, or would you rather rewind it and go back?
Pause or rewind?
Yeah.
They both have similar applications. Right? A pause button and a rewind button.
Yeah. If you could pause your life, if you're in let's say you're in a really shitty situation or something like, and you could just hit the pause button. Or would you rather rewind and go back to a time when things were simpler? Would you be able to solve that problem by just pausing your life, putting it on hold, or going back?
What happens when you pause? Well, I think about, just like Andy, how I envision the pause is, let's say I'm getting in a really big argument with somebody, and I can pause it and think and have heard everything, because I'm, and then think of a really good comeback or a really good way to diffuse the situation. Like I can stop and kind of think about things. Okay, is this getting out of hand? Or do I want to say something really witty to this person? I'm in a job interview and they're asking me like, a really tough question. I can pause it.
Yeah.
And I can think about it and always have the right answer.
We got
right there. Right. So Dwight's saying rewind so I can fix errors and see people. He can avoid people he wants to. Elizabeth saying pause 100%. Reliving things isn't something I want to do, but pausing and staying in one place for a minute can change the outcome for the future. And Beth makes a good point. Rewind can do that too. So if you rewind something, so how about this? Okay, how about this? It doesn't. The question doesn't say how much can you rewind. So that we don't know that, right? That would have to be a part of the equation. But Andy's saying pause. But how about if you're able to rewind and then go play the lottery numbers for $1 billion?
Well,
because you saw them, right? No, right? Or just before a Super Bowl touchdown is about to be made, you're able to rewind and place a bet and say, I bet you that guy makes that catch. I'll bet you he makes that catch because you've already rewound, you've already seen it and you've rewound. So Joe's saying so many moments I would relive again if I could. So rewind. Can you change the past or just relive it? Well, that's a good question.
That's a great question. That's what I was getting at, Sean, is you don't have the ability to change what has happened, but you're able to go back and relive a moment in your and relive a moment in your life that was happier, that was simpler.
In that case, I might go pause.
Yeah.
Or Sean is saying like Biff in Back to the Future. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah, if semi-truck is about to hit your car, exactly. Time to pause.
But,
right.
But Andy, what if you're gagged and you can't say pause?
Yeah.
Rewind to see my parents again. See, there you go. That you can. So, to Eric's point, if you're saying you could rewind but can't change anything, but you can relive those moments again.
That's right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
A time in your life where it's thereby being, it's more cathartic.
Yeah,
to go
you can't
back.
change anything. You could
go back and can't change anything, but you can make yourself and then come back to the moment where you went back and then you can survive, live through that moment that you're having a crisis in or something that in your past might have reminded you of something simpler or a much better time, or maybe a lesson that you forgot or something that can help you get through something. You know what I mean? You're going through a difficult situation. Let's say you go back and you were in, there was a even more horrible situation, perhaps with another family member. And that helps you, as you get, go back to that moment, it helps you get through and it helps you, get through that difficult time. Or give you the strength to pursue or, to go forward with that problem. So going back and reliving something, even if it was wonderful and not being able to change it, would be torture to me. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But I think we could, it's like, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the past. So if we can do that, I wouldn't want to relive that kind of stuff, but if it helps a really difficult situation in the present, I think I'd probably go rewind and
well,
try
if you can't change anything, though, right?
Right, exactly. So, or maybe you can go back and you can, somebody, you can't really interact with something. Maybe you could interact with somebody maybe you didn't know, or perhaps a family member that you weren't talking to at the time, and maybe you could do that.
Yeah.
It was in the same situation that you're in right now, or something like that. And it would help you. That's probably the only way that I would probably do it, is to go back like that. So putting a pause on your life, because you're pausing something that is just, you if you're in that spot and you're going to hit, you're going to resume, the problem's not going to go away. You know what I mean? So, but if
you can change it. You can change it.
Okay.
And Joe would go back and relive the moment he kissed Sean Grady on stage. I would rewind to watch it, and I wasn't even there.
I hope I made sense. I don't know. I'm enough with the deep questions
let's
here.
get back into the fun. Eric brings like the deep thoughts. I bring like the
deep thoughts with Jack Handy. Yeah. So it's your turn.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of good ones. It's tough. Okay,
I know. I'm kind of looking.
No, I'm not going to do that one. That's too much. It's too much. Let's see.
Oh, well, that's might be a little.
Yeah, we want to keep it. Let's keep it. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good one. Okay, here we go. Would you rather fall down or pass gas in public? Would you rather fall down in public or would you rather pass gas in public? Never have I ever. Next show could be. So Eric wouldn't want to relive our wedding? She stung you.
Oh.
So would you rather fall down in public or pass gas in public? I have fallen down in public. Mm-hmm. Really bad.
Kelly says fall. I would fall too.
I was trying to go. I was in a theater and I was trying to go over some seats, and I just it was ugly. There was no way to hide it. So I've already lived that. Yeah. Fall 100%. Fall down. Falling down. Everyone's free falling. Do you get hurt by falling or just embarrassed? Well, the embarrassed could be hurt. You could be hurt, right? That could be hurt. Elizabeth Berg, I've done both. They both suck. Joe, Andy, Sean, very pragmatic. Pass gas. You can always blame someone else.
Fall down like Michael
Douglas. Dropping the bombs.
Kelly loves watching people fall. So if someone, right.
I'd rather fall down like Michael Douglas. I'm not sure you want to fall down like that. And Sean's saying, deny. Wasn't me. Yeah, so we think that it's we feel more comfortable with someone seeing us, something happening to us physically than passing gas. Passing gas doesn't mean that someone's it doesn't say they're gonna smell it or hear it, but
but you're
Joe, nothing behind it.
True, but it's I don't know. You don't want to offend. You're not offending anybody by falling, or people you don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. But if you fall,
you dealt it. You can't say that with falling down. Pass gas unless you're in an elevator, my brother says. Fall in an elevator.
Sean Boom.
Ray's saying he's heard people fart in public. It's much funnier. Timmy, pass gas in the elevator. I'll go with. I've done the falling already, so I would have to just go with the falling. What do you got?
Okay.
While he's looking, we've got a code at the bottom. We have a partner for our podcast. You can help support the podcast by using code 332412 at blendjet.com. You'll get 12% off the great Blendjet, which I bought. This is not provided to me. And you get free 2-day shipping on that. If you like to make smoothies, this is battery operated. It's very powerful. You can take it on the go. It crushes ice. It will absolutely crush ice and make blended smoothies or protein drinks at the gym. You can blend it up, drink it right away, or take it to the beach and make some mixed adult drinks as well. So there you go. We've got ads now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the ads going.
Okay. Would you rather eat only pizza for a year or not eat any pizza for 5 years?
Eat pizza for a year every day, or not, or say goodbye to pizza
for 5 years.
Kelly's saying she needs one of these. Blendjet.com, code 332412.
Timmy Costello joined us. Pass gas in the elevator.
Eat pizza for a year, or say goodbye to pizza. I'll see you in 5.
Eat only pizza for a year, or not eat any pizza for 5 years.
That's a tough question. First one is only eat pizza.
Yeah. I think I could probably do without
I haven't had
it.
pizza I haven't had pizza in 7 years. Easier than it seems. We've got a dilettante.
I think I'd probably be able to give it up.
Really? Pizza for a year. Mix it up. Many different experiences, crust toppings, etc. If I can have different toppings. Joe, say goodbye and see you in 5 years. Pizza, huh? Elizabeth Berg, say goodbye to pizza. I can't believe this this rebellion, this mutiny. Now we've got the voice of reason, not for 5 years. Any kind of pizza we can mix it up? Yeah, I don't see why not. It didn't say plain cheese pizza.
Given the choice, I mean, if I had to make that decision.
Go ahead. And what would you think?
Because,
I could give up pizza for 5 is right.
Yeah, I could give it up. So Kelly's like, I'm shocked.
I'm shocked at you.
I'm
shocked that there's gambling going on in this establishment. As someone who worked in a pizzeria and literally used to eat pizza every day, and I eat it cold, I didn't have a problem with it. So I could eat pizza every day for a year. Now, if the broader rule is that there will be no negative health effects by doing this, sure. Pizza every day I could do, because they make breakfast pizzas now. They're actually like pizzas that I've had them. They have like bacon, egg, and cheese on them. So I'm set. Even if they said just cheese pizza, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I could do pizza every day.
But after eating pizza for a year, you'd probably want to give it up for 5.
For 5, yeah, I could do it. I could do it after that. Timmy's saying pizza.
So the question is,
then re-ask me the question, and then I'll say I'll give it up for 5.
If you had to make that choice, though, like
I would take it. I would eat it every day for a year.
Okay,
I wouldn't want to give it up.
Let's see. That's the thing. I could probably do without it for 5 years, and then it would taste so good when I finally could eat it again.
Sure.
If I ate it for a year, I'd be sick of it.
Yeah, but let's flip that. Let's flip that. And Ray's saying you're going to get sick of it eventually. But think about this. Think about me eating pizza for a year, and then I'm unleashed, and I have a cheeseburger. I have fruit. Imagine how good everything else is going to taste.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reopen my palate to everything. You're gonna, I'm gonna have pizza, and then you might be like, oh, well, it's no big deal. But I think if you're eating pizza for a year, you're making the bigger sacrifice. I think.
No, I don't think so. Because to me, I wouldn't want to sacrifice any other kind of food too. I mean, it's just not.
I would do it. I'd do it.
You do it?
Okay. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Now we're gonna have fun. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? And this doesn't mean going into men's and women's locker rooms, nothing tawdry. But you could be a super agent invisible. So would you rather be invisible or fly? Ray's going to say fly, I guarantee, because he's a Superman fan. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? See, did I call it? Fly.
I think I'd rather be invisible.
Fly, I guess. What would you say, Eric?
I think I'd rather be invisible.
Invisible because you could get into everything for free. So Kelly is looking at this from a business standpoint and a financial gain.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, what if you're invisible with obviously you're going to be up to no good. You're going to be able to do so many.
Well, you could do good things.
You could do good things, but chances are you're going to
be bad. You're
I think
worse.
I think the power would probably get you. I mean, but yeah, I don't know.
Yes, I'm assuming you can vary your speed when you fly. Yes, so if you needed to, it's not unlimited speed, but there would be a top speed, and you can pull back. You can absolutely just almost like running, right? You can run, very fast, and then you can walk. I'm not saying you would fly at that speed, but you would have a level that you would hit that you could fly at. And then you can vary it if you just need to fly across the street, leap. Sean Grady's saying fly. Everyone wants to fly. I thought it was going to be invisible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Invisible, you could hear what people really think about you. You hear what people really think about you.
That's true.
What do you really think?
Use it.
What do you think? What do you really think about me? Who else came? Him.
He was a fun one.
Greatest American hero could fly, but rarely stuck to landing. Can I land safely? Does not say whether or not you can. The inference is you could land. Thank you, Andy. You're still on you are still on the wheel of names. If you win, you will get the koozie. So, just think it would take a lot of effort to fly.
Yeah, true that.
I don't know if I'd feel. I don't have a problem flying in a plane. I don't know how I would feel flying by myself, like as a person. I think about that a lot. Like birds, like they don't think twice about it. They're darting all over the place and swooping, and obviously it's instinct. But I would take the invisibility and try and help. We need you to go in, get these documents, get this, infiltrate that. We'll put you in here and go get these people and help them and get go through the door and unlock it. I would want to do that kind of stuff. I wouldn't do the tour. Maybe there'd be some theft also. Like I need a pack of batteries, so I'm going to take it. I need double A's. I don't have any money, and the double A's are just going to go floating through the store because they wouldn't be invisible. So
yeah.
All right, what do you think? Let's tie this up. We've gone an hour and 6 minutes with this.
This was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, invisibility would be fun. I think it would be a fun.
So Dean would want to be. You just want to be a spy. That's what.
I'd want to help, right? Yeah. And you could make money off of both because if someone never saw anybody fly, of course you'd have the news or entertainment shows paying you to do that, and they'd pay you to be invisible too. Mm-hmm. So I would want to be like a spy or someone that helps, right? Or if you needed me to trip somebody. Or if you needed someone to disappear mysteriously and get pushed, a little push into traffic, and if they don't have the pause button to stop the truck, there you go.
True.
So there we go. So I think that's going to do it. This was a lot of fun. We're going to revisit Would You Rather again. I think that was a lot of fun. It is a great conversation. We're going to do trivia though this month. So do not fret. Trivia is tentatively the 19th of this month. So we're going to do trivia. And we'll bring that chestnut back as well. So are we ready for the wheel of names? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? Let's get it up here.
Let's do it.
Oh, well, guess what? Wait, you know what? We didn't even talk about?
Our next episode.
Yeah. Too busy selling blenders.
Yeah. So bring it. What is our next episode?
What is our next episode? It's not Genesis. Don't look at Eric's shirt. We did Abacab already, so you can go listen to Abacab.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's episode, we are going 419, the shot heard around the world. Oh, that's of course, Sean, historical. Of course. Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow we're going back to 1970 what?
76.
Bicentennial. Yep. Bicentennial. For one of the biggest, it was at the time the biggest selling debut album of all time. The band is Boston, and the album is Boston. So it's Boston's debut album. It is a fantastic story about how this album got made. So not only is it a great album to celebrate, it's a great story as well about the making of the album. So join us tomorrow for Boston, their debut album, Boston. More Than a Feeling. Every song's a hit on this one. So if you probably have heard it already, but it's a great time to go revisit it and check it out. So check out Boston, album episode tomorrow will be out, and then we've got all the other great stuff there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Need the Blender. Yeah. Boston, of course, the album cover of Boston. It's like one of the iconics, which we talk about all the time. Like the cover of the Boston album is just one of those ones. So anyway, let me get this ready. We got to give some stuff away. We're going to give 2 koozies away. Let's get the wheel of names up. The random name picker. We got to make sure that everybody's got to let me know if all the names are represented correctly. If you would, let's show it on the stream. There we go. We've got Sean, Kelly, Beth, Elizabeth, Andy, Joe, Ray, Mark, and Tim. And Nick. See, there was one. Nick
Leshy.
Is that everybody?
All right. Yes.
Nick.
That's it.
All right. So we're giving away 2 koozies. So if you are one of the winners, we will need your address. You could just message us. We can't message you, but you can message us on Facebook at the group page. How many shuffles?
Let's do 5.
5 shuffles.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yankees won today 4-2, by the way. We almost caught a home run ball. It was in our section. Okay. Here we go for the first koozie. It is KK. Kelly Coober. Congratulations, Kelly. You're getting a koozie sent your way. But we have to remove you. Because you can't win twice. How many spins?
You pick.
Me pick?
You do it. You do it.
Do it. Let's do 2 spins. 2 spins in honor of Spider. Because he only got to bring Tommy 2 well, he brought him actually 1 drink, but he was going to bring him a second drink. Actually, he did bring him the second drink, and he said, go fuck yourself, Tommy. So 2 shuffles in honor of Goodfellas yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to take that off him? You got some set of... Yeah, you don't take no crap off nobody. Your beer will be cool all summer. I said, well, so we're going to do 2 shuffles. Boom, boom, and spin. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. 2 weeks, we'll be back with trivia. And tonight's winner is... keeping
Mark.
it in the family for both. Mark is going to get a koozie as well. A little nepotism there. It's not a fix. They just happen to be family members, but that's how we do it here on the 3324 podcast. How could you miss it this distance? You got a problem with what I did, Anthony? No. It's for you, Spider.
What the fuck is the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Now you're gonna dig the fucking hole. I ain't got no more lime. You're gonna dig.
What's that Western with Bogart when he was that cowboy? Shane? Oklahoma kid? Winner, chicken dinner. So Mark and Kelly, you will be getting custom-made 3324 podcast beer can koozies, which are really neat. Great to have around. Barbecue, you slap that in there. It's like having a coaster with you, right? You don't have to put it on a coaster. So what, the first hole I dug? You're going to dig the fucking hole. I got no lime.
I got a wing.
You know who's really great last night too was Maury. Like Chuck.
Oh,
Lowe's
yeah.
Performance really, like last night, Chuck Lowe's performance really came across on the screen too.
Yeah.
What am I, a schmuck on wheels?
You feel sorry for him. You really do. I mean,
He was De Niro's landlord, though. You remember? Like in real life, he was De Niro's landlord, Chuck Lowe, who played Maury.
Yeah.
Today.
Ray Liotta
Never had to pay the vigorous shot to him that I do.
So
What am I, a schmuck on
priceless
wheels?
when he grabs him in the head, the toupee.
I got you, kid. I got you, kid.
Oh man!
This is my caper. I've been cultivating it for 2
Did
years.
anybody laugh when he got ice picked in the back of the head?
No,
in the head?
you know what? Believe it or not, just before we go, there was actually some people that had never seen it before in the audience, I believe.
Okay.
Because it was like sometimes it was like some, or like ooh, like Henry, Henry. Oh, Danny boy, when he said, when you're gonna get your money more, you just gotta stop busting balls. Henry.
Yeah.
Henry boy, the pipes are
Calling.
calling. And then you get that great and it's on like Donkey Kong. Anyway, we could just talk about Goodfellas again, but we're not going to do that. We're going to let you go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Tomorrow we've got Boston. Check that out. Just, you know what? Share the podcast if you could. That's the greatest thing. We're on a roll. We're getting more and more downloads. People are finding us in different ways. But we rely on our core group of fans to help us out. It really means a lot to us. So check us out that way. And like I said, like I always say, sharing is caring. And if you want a blender, there's the code there. No obligation. It's fine. It's all good. But if you want one, I'm sure we'll have other partners that we'll be working with in the future. So we'll have other offers as well, but that helps support the podcast as well. Congratulations to Kelly and to Mark. And for Eric, this has been Dean. We will catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to the 3324 podcast with Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber. You can find us on your favorite podcast provider, so please like, subscribe, and rate to become a part of the 3324 family. Your feedback is important, so make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 3324 Podcast and on Twitter at 3324P to join the conversation.